Welcome back, everybody, and thanks for being with us this morning. There is a push at the Texas Capitol to protect children from harmful content online by requiring app stores to verify kids' ages. What's becoming known as the App Store Accountability Act would require minors' accounts to be affiliated with that of a parent or a guardian. Those guardians could then give consent for a child looking to download an app or make a purchase in an app store.
Supporters say big tech companies should not be allowed to enter into what they say are virtually contracts with children. Several consumer protection groups and some tech associations are against the bill, though. They say the constitutionality of age verification laws is still questionable. They also argue this could infringe on people's rights. Plus, they say there could be increased privacy concerns. Now, the Texas Senate passed this bill last week. Now it's been referred to a committee in the House for consideration. So ahead of lawmakers potentially considering this bill further, we want to bring in two folks who have a lot to say about it. First, we want to introduce David Dunmoyer, who works with technology policy at the Texas Public Policy Foundation, and Andrea Sparks, the co-founder of a nonprofit Not on Our Watch, which is aiming to raise awareness about online abuse and exploitation of children. So thanks to both of you for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Andrea, I want to start with you. Talk about this effort, this movement among women in business that you're really pushing for. What led you to start it, and why do you feel it's so important?
We actually started looking at this when I was still at the governor's office on the child sex trafficking team right before COVID. And then COVID happened, and we saw that online exploitation increased by 567% during COVID. Where the kids are, that's where the predators go. And so we pivoted after COVID to really start focusing on online safety for children. So our mission is to raise awareness among parents, kids, teachers, all of us who care about kids, and policymakers about things we can do to protect children online.
And David, I want to turn to you now. So talk to us from a policy perspective. Why app stores specifically? Why does your foundation think that's the best place to maybe protect kids online?
Yeah, it's a great question, and there's kind of two answers I look at. First is there's First Amendment concerns anytime we're addressing interactive content online, right? So this bill focuses on the contracts, as you mentioned, and so it is addressing conduct, not content. So it's a content neutral solution since it's the whole marketplace. The second thing, I would just bring logic into play here. So when we walk into a 7-Eleven, if I were to purchase a 6-pack of beer, which requires an identification, it is the marketplace, 7-Eleven, that is requesting my ID, not the individual manufacturer, not Anheuser-Busch. And so the same applies to the App Store. Instead of each individual app requesting that ID, it's in one turnkey solution just in the app stores.
I do want to note that we mentioned at the beginning there is some pushback to this bill, so we want to lay that out for our audience just a bit here in front of the Senate State Affairs Committee. We heard some testimony that raised concerns about faulty age estimation or verification technology. We also heard some privacy concerns about how the data is stored. And then finally, as you mentioned there, David, a big concern we heard throughout the testimony was about whether this is constitutional. So we want to play a little bit of that testimony for people to hear.
A one-size-fits-all government mandate will give users a false impression of security and will flatten the offerings for youth safety in the future.
If age estimation is not used and individuals must provide their license or personal information, that means collecting more personal data, which might worry families who value privacy as much as they value safety.
This bill would absolve some companies from their shared responsibility to protect children online while placing the burden on the shoulders of a few.
And so we'll note other age verification laws across the country have faced some legal pushback for different reasons. For example, the Supreme Court is considering a legal challenge to one law from Texas that targets sites with explicit content. David, I think that's what you were getting at there, the content neutral angle of this App Store Accountability Act. So talk about that. Are you worried that there could be legal challenges if the App Store Accountability Act moves forward?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're seeing in Texas any bill that is pro-consumer, pro-children, pro-parent, the big tech trade associations will always sue it. I mean, no matter if, in this case, this bill before us, I'm confident this is the most legally unassailable solution that's been advanced so far. They're still going to find a way to try and hold this up in the courts. And we've heard from legal experts, First Amendment constitutional experts, this solution, those comments and questions raised don't apply here. And I'd come back, there was one comment I heard where it's age estimation. This isn't about estimation. Apple and Google already collect all this information, and we're simply saying use it in a way that is digitally hygienic so we can delete this data after we verify the age, associate with the child, and then parents can have control to approve or deny what apps are downloading.
I do want to ask a quick question on the policy here. Andrea, you had addressed in that affairs committee, you testified and actually even read some of the comments that children were making that are available for people in the App Store. Could you explain that for our audience a bit?
Yeah, I just looked at my own iPhone the day before the hearing just to kind of see what some of these apps were. And they're rated currently, right? Age 4 and up, 9 and up, 12 and up. And even those apps rated age 9 and up, 12 and up are called things like perp. Okay, P-U-R-P, but still perp. And if you go in and look at the comments, you will see kids literally asking for help on the comments. I'm afraid. This man I don't know sent me a picture. I'm only 14. I asked him please not to. He sent a certain kind of picture, right? And now I feel like he knows where I live. This app is creepy. I mean, and on and on and on. So if I can find this as a pretty low-tech person, I know the app stores can.
So obviously we'll continue to follow this bill as it progresses through the legislature, but our last question for you here today is, while Texas lawmakers determine what to do, how to regulate or not regulate this, what are some tips for parents that you have who are worried about this? What are some ways that we can empower parents right now with tools to protect their kids, regardless of what happens with this policy?
I would say go back to the basics. Yes, you can download apps that help protect your kids. You can do all the monitoring and all that. Really talk to your kids. This is a pandemic right now of sextortion, especially with boys. We're seeing lots of boys who are being extorted for money through gangs in Ivory Coast and Nigeria. I mean, this is serious, and they are ultimate manipulators, and they know how to get at these kids, and we're seeing a rash of suicides. So please talk to your kids and say, you know, we'd prefer you not to post these kinds of pictures. We prefer you try to stay safe. But if something makes you feel sad, scared, confused, please come talk to me. I'm your parent, I love you, I'm on your side, and we're gonna figure this out together. The world is not over.
Well, Andrea and David, we will leave our conversation there, but thank you both for coming in and sharing your perspectives about this. We really appreciate it.
Thank you
both.
All right, we're gonna send it now over to Tommy with an update on our